Tomorrow, the owner called me this morning and he's wanting to wait until it dries up some, and I was probably going to end up calling him anyway because we've had a lot of rain and everything is real sopping wet, and with me being on the new machine, I don't really want to be over in somebody's, well, I'm not ready, man. I'm not ready. That puts that off tomorrow. We're not going to be able to, so now I got to go back to the drawing board and figure out what we can do tomorrow. I don't know that we can do anything. We might be able to go clean up a yard or two, make a few $100s, but that's about it, man. Yeah. I'm thinking what I might do today. Bo's down here, and he, I got Bo's bike over here, and I ordered some tube from Amazon, and they came yesterday. So I'm gonna go down here and pick Bo up. It's right down the street here, and bring him back over here, and we're gonna get his bike up and running. We're gonna have a bike, and I ain't doing this as no favor. Well, I am, because I don't have to. But I'm gonna get Bo to help me clean the back of this truck out. The bed of this truck is has a lot of stuff in it, and I want to clean it all out. I want to get it all the way. I want everything out of the back of this truck, and that's the price Bo's gonna have to pay for me ordering and paying for the tubes, and for me going. He's down here at Publix, so he, wherever he crashed out last night, they put him out this morning. So he don't, it's only about 1.5 miles from here. So I'll go get him, and he can kind of help me out a little bit today, doing little stuff around the shop. So let's go down here and see what's up with him. I got some stuff around the house that we can do, and I'll pay him, but right now it ain't a lot because it's just so wet. We can't really do anything outside. But, well, I don't want to commit to nothing other than getting his bike fixed until I see what kind of condition he's in and all that there. So let me check my mail real quick. So Kubota is supposed to be sending me all the paperwork, coupon book, for the payments and all. I'm waiting on that to get here because I can't even, it won't even let me set up an account online. I've never, experienced what I'm experiencing with that. My thinking is they don't have my information in on their end yet. It's not letting me create an account. And since it's not letting me register the machine, the telematics is not working like it's supposed to either. So I want to get all that straight, man, because that was the selling point to me, was the GPS location and the telematics on the machine, meaning that you can, number one, you know where the machine is. And number two, if you're not running it, which I don't anticipate anybody really running the machine other than me at this point. Now, my buddy that owns the property over here at the bamboo site, I might let him run it just to, play around on it, because he kind of likes that kind of stuff. And and I know if he does anything stupid with it, which he won't, that's just it. He's not gonna do anything crazy with it, and I'm gonna be there too. So but not today. It's way too wet. I don't even want to pull the machine out today. The machine is, guess where the machine is, y'all? Oh, it's parked. It's parked in my shed. Yeah, it might stay parked there for a week. Ooh. The haters are gonna hate that, ain't they? Ooh. Because it's so wet now. I don't know that we even gonna be able to do the tree job this whole week. So Zach's supposed to work tomorrow on that tree job, but it ain't looking like we're gonna be doing it. So, and then Zach's off on Tuesday. He's got some stuff he's got to take care of. I think he's got to go to court or something on that traffic ticket that he got. Still paying. I mean, he's still paying the price for a ticket that's 3 months old. See, I never do that. I don't let things linger like that. I'd have been done paid that ticket. But he did have other stuff to pay. He did not, when things happen out here, or when things happen to you, especially in this situation where, he wrecked his car, it never happens at the most opportune time. Never. It happened in, late August. We're rounding up the season. All the big money that he was going to make it this summer. He had already made it up to that point. And, you know, since August, you know, since he wrecked the vehicle, well, he had to pay back the $900 to fix it. And he did that, and he did really good at that. I was really, really proud of him. So, but of course, he told me he was moving. That was a month ago, or 2 months ago now. He's been telling me he's going to move for the last 2 months, which is why we haven't been working as much. One of the reasons. Because, well, I'm not setting up a bunch of work for him to be living an hour away. So, yeah, that. Okay, y'all. We'll go through to do these videos. This is the third take on here. Okay, so I'm going to do a tool video over, you know, the equipment that I'm going into 2024 lawn care and landscape season. I'm going to go over some of the tools that I got. It's pretty much everything that we use. There's a couple attachments that are not here for the skid steer and but pretty much everything we're going to use, and we can talk about the trailers too. So let's start off with the trailers. Okay, so, and I ain't cleaning nothing or anything. So this is a Gatormade 10,000 pound axles trailer. This is 7 foot by, 16 foot. This is a 6x12 dump trailer. This is 10,000 pound, and so is that one. The same everything right there. You know, all this stuff, you don't have to buy this stuff every year or whatever. So now let's talk about some of the hand tools and stuff that the business has accumulated over the years, and we're ready to go for next season, and it's not even Christmas yet. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I like to try to prepare for the future when I can. Okay, so here it is right here. This is, and I'm gonna kind of just talk about everything real briefly. Okay, so here everything is, and keep in mind, these are things that I've accumulated, and everything that you see right here runs. Everything. Nothing that I'm showing you, all the broke stuff I got, well, in a broke pile down in the garage. Even the stuff that you see, I don't know, the little homeowner DeWalt hedge trimmers and the other 192 saw over there on the wall, all that stuff works. Okay, so we got miscellaneous saws. The main two that I use are the 201 T-saws. We got 2 of them. The one with the white paint on it, that's to distinguish that one's not mine. That's the one that I use. I don't like to use the saw after the guys that work for me use them, because they stick them in the dirt and everything. We got the HS82 whatever hedge trimmers right here. We got the Milwaukee chainsaw right there with a 16-inch bar. We got the Milwaukee hedge trimmers. We got the 365 XP right here, the Husky. I finally got it to run the other day. So yeah, I don't use it often, but it's just so heavy. Then of course we got pole saw. We got you know, steel, a lot of steel stuff here. So yeah, the steel pole saw is HT, what is that, 250? And then we got the FS91R weed eater, and then we got a 111 weed eater, and then we got the 94Rs. And y'all kind of know that I became a fan of the 91Rs when they came out. So we got 3 of them, okay? And everything runs. And then we got the Mac Daddy of all saws, the 461C right there. And y'all see it, that's a beast. And then we got the, you know, the run of the litter here, the Red Max. It's the only Red Max piece of equipment I got. And by the way, Red Max makes a great product. I love the Red Max. There's not a dealer nowhere. Then we got a steel FC96 edger. And then we got the old hedge trimmers, what, HL100s. Those are 11 years old or something like that. The articulating ones right there. And then we got the Milwaukee right there articulating, and then we got the new ones I just bought articulating. Okay, so, and of course we got tools. I'm not organizing nothing. You know, I know there's gonna be somebody say, well, man, all that stuff, you know, don't worry about it. I know exactly where everything is, okay? So let's get on over here to the mowers. So we got, these are just things that a shop needs to me. Now this Stihl pressure washer, do not buy one. It is a piece of junk. It has a very hard time starting it. I changed the spark plug, I put fresh fuel in it, I done everything, and it still acts stupid. When it runs great, and it washes good. This is an air compressor. This air compressor, I don't use it often anymore because, well, the battery power tools are come a long way. This is a plasma cutter. This thing will cut up to 1/2 inch steel, so I can pretty much cut anything that you see. We got the, this is a MIG welder. I've had this MIG welder about 12 years. It runs on a 125 or 120, I mean, plug. So yeah, that is gold right here. We got a generator. This generator will run my whole house, believe it or not, when power goes out. It's not a great big one, but it runs great. It's got electric start on it too. Okay, so here are the lawnmowers that I mainly use. We got this one right here. I gotta look at the engine tonight, but they're all identical mowers. So this one right here is one I just bought this year. It had 900 hours on it. I paid $8,500 for it. It's a Laser Z X Series 60-inch deck with 25 Cowie on it. Now this one over here is the surging mower. This is the oldest mower I got, 2014. The engine on this mower right here is an EBC 940 with Kohler command, and it surges. I don't use it, but I will use it in an emergency. It's better than any other mower that I could go, and it's paid for. So yeah, so this is a 2014. This is a 2019 right here, and I got them positioned in the way that we're going to use them, so I don't have to move them again, and I'll explain that. So this right here is a 2019. It's got the Cowie 921. It's an X Series Laser Z. It's got 2,400 hours on it. The wheel tires, all my mowers have twills. So the ones in the back are the ones I don't want to use anymore this year. These two are the ones that I'm willing to use this year, and I'm willing to use all of them if the money's right and, you know, $1 million street or whatever. But I'm not really you know, trying to use this one up. I don't want to put a bunch of hours on this one. This one and this one are the two mowers going into next season that I know are going to be good. This one only has about 1,100 hours on it, and that one only has 150 hours on it. And this one has 24, and that one has 3,200 hours on it. So yeah, y'all see the power rake out there, and that's for the skid steer. This power rake right here, $8,000, man. So this thing costs a lot of money, and it does, and I've made my money back with it, just barely. So yeah. What else we got? We got, you know, miscellaneous shop tools. We got a shop vac, of course. Got to have that. Okay, right here we have a 2014 JLG T350. It's a man lift. You pull it behind your truck. It'll pick you up 35 feet. So yeah, this is the latest addition to the fleet here. This is what I bought this year. Y'all, all you guys that follow the channel regular, y'all know that. This is a Kubota new skid steer, 75-3, SVL 75-3. It's 9,200 pounds. Yeah. And they retail, this machine retails, and I'm gonna have somebody come in there and say something stupid, but this machine retails for $72,050 plus tax, which is about $6,000 in tax. So that's what the machine goes for, and that don't include the grapple bucket. The grapple bucket is a whole another entity. The grapple bucket was approximately $3,800, $3,500, something like that. And yeah, so this is what I'm going into the season with, going into the new year with, I should say. And I shouldn't have to buy any equipment for next year. Everything is paid. All this stuff is paid for. Everything that you see runs. So I I hope this is an entertaining video, to say the least, on a day when there's no work and, you know, we're going into the winter and everything. But if you don't have tools like this and, you know, you're young in the game, don't get discouraged or nothing, because it took years to do this. I didn't even really realize how much stuff I have until, you know, you look up one day. All I do is trying to stay busy. I look up one day and boom, all this stuff is here. Now, a lot of people would say, well, dude, you don't even have any employees, man, or you got one guy. What are you doing with 4 mowers and all that? That's what I'm talking about. The mowers and all the stick equipment are things I've just accumulated, and everything's being used, obviously. All this steel stick equipment, I never have no problems with none of it. Never. Not, you know, the worst thing I usually have is a lawnmower might back up over one of them while it's on a trailer or something. But other than that, you put good fuel in these, in any of this stick equipment, it'll run great. Yeah, and I do have a couple of the commercial 30s. There's one back there, and there's one on a trailer out front. But this is the 2024 tool setup for Ray Ray's Lawn Landscape. Deuces. Bo helped me clean the back of the truck out, and, you know, helped me set up all those tools in the shop. I've been wanting to do a tool video for a minute, and I will compare this to the tool video I did about 3 years ago when I first started doing YouTube. And again, you know, you don't acquire all that stuff overnight. So I know when I first started, man, it was really difficult for me to accumulate tools. And the main reason for that, and I'll tell you, the main reason is it was hard for me to accumulate tools. And I know a lot of the other guys that are starting out, y'all feel the same, y'all going through the same thing, but it's just all the same. The main reason why I had a hard time accumulating tools in the beginning is because I wasn't buying top-notch tools. That's why. Why is that? Because I didn't have no money. I didn't know anything about tools. I didn't know that buying top tools, they would last so long that you would be buying other tools thinking you're fixing to have to replace that tool, and that tool keeps going. For instance, the steel articulating hedge trimmers I bought back in 2009. I still got them, and they still work. They still run, and they still work. I mean, we use them. Well, we use them all the time. Now, I did acquire the newest set, and I do have the Milwaukee's too. But with that being said, that's how I've accumulated tools. If I were buying cheap tools, then by the time I was able to re-up the tool that I'm having to replace tools. See, I'm buying tools when when a set goes down or whatever. I'm thinking, well, you know, those hedge trimmers, they were so dull. The old hedge trimmers, they were so dull that what we was doing with them, we was just sticking them in anything, and then we was using the other hedge trimmers for, you know, the manicured stuff. It's always good to have an old set of strong hedge trimmers, especially articulating ones that you can put on the ground and stuff. And I know, well, I would never do that because you haven't accumulated enough tools to be able to designate one for that purpose. If you buy steel commercial weed eaters, blowers, edgers, and hedge trimmers, you are you're buying to me, you're buying the best, and they last a long time. One thing I noticed in the video as I was going through some of the tools and everything is I don't all I have are 2 backpack blowers, but you know, down here where I live at, you know, it sounds, you know, crazy, but where I live at, we don't have a whole lot of leaves. I don't do a lot of properties with a lot of leaves. I don't do a lot of leaf cleanups. If it's any more than just mulching them up with a mower or using the mowers to push the leaves to the wood line, That's all we really do. You know, I don't do haul off leaves and all that crap. There ain't no money in that. Not unless you have the appropriate equipment. You know, I don't haul. If you'll notice, I don't haul anything. I don't haul stuff off. I don't haul debris off. To me, that's just not a lucrative thing. Now, when I started, I hauled off everything. I mean, it wasn't, you know. But I don't haul off stuff anymore. Not with my truck. If I have to haul off stuff, you know, if it's a lot, you know, more stuff than I can put on the lawn trailer with the mowers and all, we're gonna have a whole another charge of me hauling stuff off for the dump trailer. I don't fill my truck up with nothing because I don't want to unload it, and then I got to take it somewhere to unload it. All that shit costs me time, and if I'm doing that kind of thing, I'm sucking my time, and I don't like sucking my time if I'm not. I'd rather be doing another property or something. What happened with me is I started getting so many customers that I ran out of time to do cleanups and stuff. I used to have to pay the bills. But having 4 big commercial mowers like that, well, you got one that surges, and you know, so that one's really, I mean, it's better than any mower I could go out and buy for $3,000 or $4,000. So it's a great backup mower, and it does cut, and it does cut good. It just surges, you know, and it doesn't surge every single time I use it, but about 80%. The main thing that I think about when I'm doing equipment and stuff, especially equipment videos, I start thinking about all the tools I got, and everything that you saw on the floor there has a story of why I bought it, when I bought it. And sometimes a new guy will come out here and work, and the weed eaters will be a little bit old or whatever, you know. Then you know, I'll go buy another weed eater even if I don't need one. I mean, I don't recommend that, but it's always good, especially it's always good to have extra stuff. And I've just accumulated this thing. Now, if you're breaking your bank to go buy another piece of, you know, stick equipment, then don't do it. I mean, but I know this is what I'm going to be doing. I can't have too many weed eaters. I can't have too many lawnmowers as long as it's not costing me a bunch, you know. And all those mowers are paid for except for the one I just got, and I'm really considering paying it off with the $17,000 that I got for the bucket. I was only owed 10 on it, so I can still put $7 grand back in my bank and, you know, pay that other mower off. I haven't done anything yet. I just deposited the money in the bank. I'm just, you know, chilling like a villain, man. But all the tools that you saw, though, we use those tools, you know, on the reg. You can't, you know, you got to be able to do a lot of different stuff. So, and if you're the owner like me, you got to make sure that you have, I mean, you got to make sure you got enough equipment for guys that'll work for you. If a weed eater goes down and you ain't got no spare or backup, then if I'm out working, I'm gonna go buy another weed eater right then. I'm not gonna wait. We're gonna go buy another weed eater, and then we'll fix the one we got, and it'll be a backup. I mean, but for the most part, I could have 3 weed eaters and 2 blowers and, you know, 2 or 3 mowers, you know, and a couple sets of hedge trimmers, and that's all you really need, you know. I just happen to have a lot more stuff because, well, I'm a hustler, and I wheel and deal with equipment and stuff all the time. So a lot of these things I've accumulated well, because, you know, like I said, a piece of equipment went down on me or whatever. So, yeah, I hope that explains it. And to all the haters, I know. And to all the haters, eat your heart out, man. Anyway, it's raining, it's ugly. I got a Sammy. I gave Bo a few dollars and bought him a Sammy. We got his bike fixed. So mission accomplished for the day. You know, I'm happy with what I got done with today, and getting my truck cleaned out was a big deal after this season. Because during the season, I don't hardly clean the truck out. I got everything out of the truck and accounted for. So, yeah, y'all know what it is. It's deuces, man, deuces.